think I've seen them in the EU Heroes chat, and they were asking for scrim partners kind of in the higher or mid to higher level. So at least they don't consider themselves top team yet.
Yeah, there's only one player on this team that I have any familiarity with, and that is Nunde on Team Potato. And that's because I have hit him when my team has been laddering a lot. And he is very good. I've played against him a couple times. I've played with him a couple times. He is a pretty solid player.
Alright, let's get started here with the game. We are on Dragonshire, and our blue team on the left side of the map is For Great Honor. And they have Uther, Nova, Kerrigan, Shen, and in the bot lane, Mrs. Brightwing.
Mrs. Brightwing indeed. And in the top, on the right-hand side of the map, in the red trunks, we have Rhaegar, who was at the top player but seems a bit indecisive. In the mid lane, it is Vala, Arthas, and Tyrael. And in the bot lane, who is now in the top lane, very indecisive team, it is Johnny on the Falstad. And we have a fight in the mid lane straight away, but it's just trading blows.
Okay, so as you expected, I do have to fix my audio levels.
Okay,
So they are pretty low. I'll get that fixed up.
I will attempt to radio cast while you are fixing those. Currently, Falstad playing it safe in his top lane. There is a Chen looking for a gank on him. Kerrigan and Uther are also in that area, but they're not going to go in for a kill. They've now headed towards the mid lane brush, looking for a jump onto Vala, who's now pretty far forward, but the Nova on the team of For Great Honor has had to back out here due to being engaged upon.
Breeze is in trouble there, and he gets taken out, looking to get a little bit more damage done, but not gonna happen. Naps, of course, getting out of that fight.
Yep, that was a really good engagement by Team Potato there, but they weren't able to get the kill off because of the counter engage by For Great Honor with the Uther and the Kerrigan coming up. In the bot lane, however, pretty passive. It's Brightwing doing what Brightwing does. Just going to start clearing this lane a bit. Falstad going to start taking the top shrine, but needs to be careful because there's currently 3 people coming up. Johnny backing out, not even going to finish taking the shrine, just backing up, and is going to fly out of there just to make 100% sure stay safe. And Nova is about to fight Nunde in the mid lane.
Yep, but Nane, of course, backing off, trying to get in between those minions just to stay safe. And she's doing a good job with that, just not overextending whatsoever. And that's especially important now that our Kerrigan and Uther are moving back into the mid lane.
Yep, this is true. There's a lot of people gathering around the mid lane right now looking for an opportunity.
Now Nane needs to switch out, and Shen moves in.
Bit of a delayed volt on Nunde there, but he's now coming back in, going to send off the multi-shot, do some damage. The Arthur's taking a bit of damage, but is healing himself up, and Rhaegar has joined the fray. Everyone except Falstad is currently in this mid lane, and Falstad has just taken top shrine. He could now fly mid lane and attempt to help them take the shrine, but it would be too late because Kerrigan has already gone to that bot lane and is taking back the moon shrine.
Yeah, Team Potato definitely had to capture that Moonshine just to fight in the middle there again, and not overextend next to the Dragon Shrine. Now they only have Nova next to it.
Oh my god,
and
this mid lane rush.
That's a nice setup here. Let's see who's gonna make the first move. Oh, looks like Arthas, but he misses. Nova taking a lot of damage nevertheless. And will she get out of there? Oh no, doesn't look like it. One more blow from Tyrael, and she goes
Envenom
down.
will pop Nova. Nunde was also engaged upon by Uther, but he was able to escape thanks to a Volt. And here comes the engagement from For Great Honor to try and pick up a kill for their side, but they're being forced to back up here due to the inclusion of Falstad. Falstad able to jump away from Chen and Kerrigan as well, and Chen not able to get any kills.
Yeah, let's check out the talents since we do have a little bit of downtime. Nova is especially interesting now. Ambush Snipe. Then we have Gathering Power.
This is actually makes a little bit more sense thanks to the recent patch. Nova's damage on her snipe has actually been decreased by, it's a very small amount, but this little buff brings it up to about the amount of burst it was before, and the Gathering Power is very standard on Novas due to just bursting down targets as quick as possible. Down goes Rhaegar in that bot lane, but like we were saying, also in the talents we have double Envenom on the side of For Great Honor.
Oh, really interesting. We didn't have any changes on Envenom, did we?
Nope, it's still as good as ever. It is huge damage, but it doesn't stack, so you need to be very careful of that.
Alright, now we have For Great Honor in control of the shrine, and it looks like they have a pretty decent position here in the mid. Double Clairvoyance is popped, and they want to stay clear of that. Breeze moving in again, and Falstad trying to recapture the Sun Shrine.
Yep, Falstad is attempting to do it. Needs to be careful though, does not want to get caught out by Chen and if anyone else is in that area. However, Nova needs to be careful here. She's going on to Nane. Nane did not see the cloak, but Nova face checking with her snipe and was able to scout that out very smartly. And Chen, now being engaged upon, is going to be able to escape thanks to his health and his shield, but taking a lot of damage, and that's going to give Team Potato the top shrine for free. Arthur's going to attempt to go for the bot shrine, but he's going to run into 2 people. And he does not get stunned in Venom. His body
that was pretty close though.
In Venom. Hey, he goes down.
Yeah, that double in Venom definitely paid off already. Mönchengladbach getting the kill here, and now they have enough people here in the middle to maybe push Nande back. And there's the grasp taking her out.
Nande being completely bullied by Nova here. Nova have taken the hot shots as well. Just go once again, another ability that was nerfed, but is still pretty decent when it comes to bursting down your target. Top lane, there is a bit of a fight. Team Potato have a bit of advantage on the health, but it's not enough when it's 4 versus 2. Down goes Falstad, because Nova roaming up from the middle lane. And now, as long as Ufa can hold that bottom shrine, then they're gonna get a free Dragon Knight.
Yeah, this should be it. Oh, and there we go. Dragon Knight has been popped. Nice stun there on him, and he will have to go back for a little bit. We'll see the rotation here on him. He should rotate between mid and bottom lane. Well, let's see. First getting the towers at the gates down, of course.
Yep, on the first Dragon Knight is actually considered by a lot of people to be very pointless. You're never going to get more than maybe the towers and the walls. I've never seen a Dragon Knight in a professional game get more than both towers and the wall, and that's a very efficient Dragon Knight. So like you said, once you've cleared up a bit of the mid lane, you should definitely rotate to another lane and try and get something else. Kill that tower, and I'd say leave the wall. The wall will go down just to minions, but no, was not able to get the Dragon Knight out of there in time, so it does pop down before it can rotate and do some extra damage elsewhere, due to the very nice focus there from Team Potato.
Well, they did have a little bit of a split push going on. Bottom lane is completely out of ammo. They almost took down the gates as well, and in the top lane, at least a little bit of armor gone on the towers. So, yeah, that split push did work out, and let's see what they're gonna do next here. No camps have been taken so far. I think this was the first one right now.
No, the
Potato?
easy. Oh, for Potato, yeah, because the For Great Honor did take their easy camp a bit earlier. But I'd like to point out that we do have bribe sacks on both teams. Falstad on Team Potato and Brightwing on For Great Honor. So they're going to be able to be saving those up, likely for hard camps. Nande! Oh,
where's the Venom?
Laser!
Optical strike! Getting her. Cruel. Nice job here, Forever QT. Good timing on that orbital strike. She almost got out of position, but not quite managing to do.
Beautiful precision strike there. Really just letting Nande think he was home free and then picking him off. Just completely harsh. And having a look at some of the other ultimates, we have very standard stuff. We have Earthstorm Fire on the Rhaegar, Maelstrom on the Kerrigan. Judgment still being taken on Ufa despite the nerf. It is still a very good engaged target ability despite the damage reduction.
The bruisers have been taken by Team Potato in the top lane, and they're doing some decent damage, taking out the first tower now, and even the second tower, with these 3 heroes pushing, should fall here any second.
In the bot
and
lane,
now
though,
that towers and gates also give XP, that's a nice little boost there.
Yep, in the bot lane though, Brightwing was fighting Rhaegar there and was losing, but Nova once again roaming from her mid lane is going to come down, kill off Rhaegar, and they're going to be able to get this bottom bruiser camp and then move up and probably take that shrine. Nande needs to be careful where he engages here because Nova will kill him.
Oh, Nep's in a little bit of trouble as well, but Mönchengladbach coming out to help him, so they should be in a good position. And there we go. Capture could be going on now for Great Honor. Mönchengladbach trying to stop Breeze, but Rasmus is not getting there in time. And Nepse once again is in the Dragon Knight. And looks like he wants to push down bot lane now, since they do have the bruises down there doing a little bit of damage already. Nande quite low as well. There comes the first fire breath.
Yep, they're going to be doing as much damage as they can. Here comes the majority of Team Potato here, except for Falstad, who's trying to stay up and deal with this pretty heavy push with bruises as well in the top lane. Mid lane has been completely abandoned here, but in comes the Judgment onto Indivum. Indivum does go down, block it up, and the ancestral healing onto Breeze to keep him alive. Maelstrom was popped, but it's being used as more as an escape thing just to do damage as he runs and kite them away. And
Nice
Kerrigan does
defensive
escape.
precision strike.
Yep, the combination of the Maelstrom and the Precision Strike did force the enemy team away, and Nova now going in, picks off the Rhaegar. Nebze now in not a great position, but he able to get his stun down, and Nova comes in, picks off the, that was the Arthas, and now it's just Breeze alive, and he's going to have to be, he is far too low. Thousand in the top lane also having to back up, not really able to deal with Chen due to how strong that shield is.
Yeah, Shen did quite a bit of damage up here alongside the Bruisers, and they almost, well, they took out all the gates, they took out the towers, and did a little bit of damage on the tower in the fort as well. And there's the bribe on the siege camp.
Yeah, just quickly while this stuff is happening, while it's just mercenaries pushing, gonna have a quick look at the talents. We can see double sprint on the side of For Great Honor on the Uther and the Brightwing. From the Brightwing is likely for escape. From the Uther, that's going to be all for the engage. And on the Nova,
Divine Hurricane just running in there.
Yeah,
popping
exactly.
the Divine Hurricane, that's just massive. And Brightwing, we did notice that she was taken out in that last fight, so I guess it does make sense to go for sprint with her.
Need a bit more escape as Brightwing. Your own ability gives you escape, but you want to be using that on a teammate to keep them alive. And the most important ability here we can notice is on Nova. The fact she does not have Rewind anymore. It was removed from her kit. She has taken Spell Shield instead to stop herself being burst down into them. Sprint's not going to help you here. He is going to go down. Down goes Brightwing.
Nice pickup here for Team Potato. And they've not been doing so far so well in these team fights so far, but getting individual hero pickups every once in a while does help out. Especially getting back with that 2-level disadvantage now.
Very much so. And there's one thing I would really like to point out. We have seen spectacular clairvoyances and spectacular fast sights from both teams here. Yemiz actually getting completely destroyed. Their Divine Storm was used just to kill off Rhaegar. A bit overkill if you ask me. But now Antihero is having to fight Janny and Nunde on his own. He's going for it though. Popping his ult. Goes onto Janny. Picks him off. He's now turning onto Nunde. In comes Brightwing to assist him. Breeze
but
come up to try
he
and
might
help
be in
Nunde.
trouble.
They're a bit outnumbered here. Oh, here comes Kerrigan, picks off Nunde. Nebe is here as well. He does not have Divine Storm anymore, but they're still just going on to it. Antihero pops out of his ult. He's just going to take the shrine, while Kerrigan and Nebs push away Arthas. And Breeze already managed to escape via the lower lane. But there's Nova going to try and pick him off, but Breeze a bit too tanky, going to be able to escape. But this does mean it's going to be yet another Dragon Knight for Great Honor.
Third Dragon Knight already. They're really showing a strong play in this game. And let's see if they can now push down the bot lane, or if they're gonna go straight for the mid lane and take out the
mid. There's no towers or anything left for them to kill. They might as well kill a fort, and this is the nearest one. They're going to push it down while Chen once again continues to bully Falstad in this top lane. Falstad just can't be dealing with this. And Forever QT completely punts away Breeze there. Going to get that judgment out of there to remove the CC, and they will get this middle lane for. They're probably going to back up here, maybe rotate somewhere or look for a bit of a fight. And Falstad in the top lane goes down. Chen diving deep and gets the kill. Chen amazing at this, and now Kerrigan is looking for a pick off there, and it looks like For Great Honor are actually going to go in here while the Dragon Knight split pushes the top lane, and they get another kill.
Yeah, they get the kill. They will get the top lane as well, now that Shen is moving in as well. And looks like just Napster and Mörchenlol trying to stop the remainder of the team from coming up there. But nope, they want to force another team fight. Let's see if that's going to work out.
Yep,
nope, Breeze and Nunde backing off, wisely so. But the Dragon Knight is gone now, so they could be looking to take their Bruiser camp.
Yep, looks like that's what they're looking to take their Bruiser camp, but there's already a For Great Honor in there looking for the opportunity themselves. But here comes a lot of Team Potato. Falstad also flying up, so it could perform a pincer maneuver here if they decide to go in. Nunde just continuing to poke this. In comes Antihero onto Nunde, though, doing so much damage with that burst. Man, he's all immediately popped his ult to keep himself alive. Forever QT gets engaged with Judgment, but it does not do as much damage as it used to. Not as good a gauge as he needed. Nande is now taking a lot of damage. There is a very nice Rain of Vengeance there, but still gets picked off. The heals from Ufa and Brightwing combined are just too much for Team Potato. They can't get it. In comes Chen again onto Breeze, keeping him well out of this fight, and they're gonna get the kill onto Arthur's. Incredible job here by 4 Great Honor. Just so much sustain and so much engage. And even people like Chen are doing so much damage with stuff like combination attack means that he gets a 200% crit on his next basic attack after kicking, and he has increased his slow with a touch of honey on his barrel. So just doing an incredible job and just able to burst down Falstad with abilities like this is really impressive by Antihero.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job with that. Oh, but he looks like he might be in trouble now. Nope, not with a 3 level advantage now, and they're level 20 as well. So we should check out what their level 20 talents are, but maybe after this fight. Okay,
we can actually. If you keep an eye on the fight, I will quickly have a look at the talents. We have Bolt on Nova as some escape. We have the upgrade on the Maelstrom for Kerrigan. Currently, Brightwing has yet to select hers. Divine Hurricane, of course, on Ufa, and Resurgence, despite the nerf, is still being taken on Chen.
Yeah, I think it does make sense. They don't want to have a turnaround happen now, and with that 3-minute cooldown, it's still a pretty strong talent to take.
And Brightwing's taken Storm Shield.
Okay.
Which will likely be used soon here if they plan on going in, which looks like it. There's the sprint by Ufa into
Divine Hurricane hitting so well, and Ray got taken out before the Ancestral Healing actually takes place, and Jesmus. There we go, he's so low. There comes the body block out of Antihero.
Get out of there. In comes the Earthstorm Fire. The range attack from Earthstorm Fire picks him off, and now it is just Breeze. He's trying to keep himself alive. Antihero has been popped out of his ult, but he's still going on to Breeze. Picking off, he's taking 2 Keats and a 4 here. He's gonna go down.
Brightwing
he does go down. Brightwing's gonna try and finish off Breeze though, but Breeze with such kiting, he's gonna be able to take out Brightwing as well.
Wow, that was pretty incredible. Brightwing shouldn't have sacrificed herself there, but they have 4 giants now pushing here. They're gonna push down the keep and do some decent damage on the core as well.
They'll get mid keep as well if they actually went onto it here. But here comes Breeze, and he's scared them. They're gonna back up. They're gonna play it safe for Great Honor, taking the top and bottom shrines, and they'll get a Dragon Knight. They will use this to push down middle lane, take out that keep, and possibly go for a finish as well. Kerrigan actually waiting here, seeing if she can get a pick off for anyone trying to contest one of these shrines. But Dragon Knight has already been taken, and they're going to move in looking for their opportunity to try and end the game.
Yeah, I think it's going to happen here. I mean, what can Team Potato really do? Maybe if they get a really good team fight outside of their main base.
Kerrigan's just standing there. Oh, here she comes.
She wants to lure him in. She really wants to lure him in. And now that Kerrigan comes...
The Dragon Knight is just staying back to try and lure them in, to try and make them overextend. Kerrigan looking for opportunity, but it looks like they've finally given up on that due to the Chen engage, and they're just going to go in on it. Nande with a great Rain of Vengeance once again, but gets taken out by the Divine Hurricane. Out goes Rhaegar, and everyone else is going to be picked off. Down goes Falstad. Breeze having to escape. Yem is trying to heal up his team desperately, but you can't stop this push. And they're just going straight for the core here. Going to completely ignore that keep. It is 3 versus 5 here in favour of 4 Great Honor. They're going to pick off Arthas here. Well, I say pick off, they're going to punt out Arthas here.
Is trying to get out of there, but he's stunned. Merchant Law gets him. And Rhaegar goes down, and now it's only Breeze and Arthas left alive.
Can he survive again? He's being dropped low, and he does finally get picked off. It is just Ramison alive. They will likely kill him off just for show, and down he goes. And that will be a GG. Down goes the core, and that is 4 Great Honor taking the game. Very well played.
Yep, really, really strong play by them. That was pretty much a walkover after the early game. In the early game, they had to watch out, but after that, they just stomped them.
Yep, Nova, Forever QT, really showing why Nova is still definitely, even with her nerfs, a very valid pick, especially against someone as squishy as Valor.
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, they did have to watch out in the early game. Early on, I felt like Team Potato definitely had a chance to make something happen. But after they had, I mean, they pretty much sustained their 2-level advantage throughout, well, throughout level or after level 12. So I think that really helped out a lot as well. All right.